It is, would you believe, just 11 days until the Spice Girls tour kicks off in Dublin. But since announcing the band's reunion last year, Mel B, well, she actually has revealed her struggle with post-traumatic stress disorder, saw her into rehab. She joins me now. And it's also to launch Our Shine a Light campaign. It's all about raising awareness about mental health.
Oh, it is. It's very, very important.
You look fantastic, by the way. How are you?
Thank you. I've got to squeeze myself into this.
Yeah, look great. You really do.
You.
Now, look, there you are. Feisty, scary Spice, you take no prisoners, you know, you're a really strong girl, and yet you find yourself in the depths of despair. You would never expect that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I experienced a 10-year marriage that was very, very abusive on every single level. So when I got out, I decided it was about time that I spoke about it.
Yeah.
And by speaking about it, I didn't realise how many people had been in the same situation. And I discovered that because I got made patron of a charity called Women's Aid.
Yes,
and I got to meet a lot of ladies that were in refuges that had fled their abusive relationship to get help.
Now, when you did that,
breath.
No, it's fine. It's fine. That obviously helped those women. But did those women help you as well?
Oh, they really helped me because our stories are very, very similar. My story is their story, their story is my story. And a lot of the women did suffer and do suffer still from PTSD, from anxiety. It's everything that I went through and that I'm still going through because of that abusive relationship.
Which he denies all of this, of course. Yeah. He does deny that. We have to see that.
Yeah, I mean,
because he said that, you know, the allegations and all of that weren't true. You, though, have had a really tough time.
Yeah.
A really tough time. I mean, it's been very sad. Difficult for you, difficult for the kids as well.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote a book about it.
I know,
And I was saying to myself this morning, if he is going to deny it, then why didn't he sue me over my book, which is my words, which is the truth, as well as 14 other people's chain of events that they witnessed me go through. Because
your daughter, your eldest daughter particularly, I know you've got an amazing bond with her. Yeah. And your eldest daughter, obviously, she's suffered as well.
Oh, yeah.
She gave us a really, gosh, she's an astonishing young woman. She gave us this statement. Have a wee look at this. This is what she had to say.
This is a very important campaign because PTSD and OCD, just because they're not as strong diseases and diagnoses as other people's, as they say, they're still pretty severe. I've seen the effects, long-term and short-term, on both, and like they're pretty similar just because of how strong they can affect people. Opening up is obviously a very big starting point into healing, into like trying to fix yourself, especially going into this Women's Aid campaign. I know it's not just me like talking about my problems, it's like actually me talking to people who could have similar problems, and it's like we're helping each other. It's pretty hard watching my mom go through that and just being in that like situation with everything that went down with my family. It made me grow up pretty fast. Every kid going through a traumatic experience will blame themselves just because they feel somewhat responsible, because that's your mom, that's your family, you only get one, so you would want to do anything to try to help them, and when you can't and you feel like helpless, you're like, damn, like I think this is like partly my fault, but it's never like the kid's fault. It wasn't easy, but I had my family and I stayed pretty strong. So having my mom, Scary Spice and Mel B, you can't, I don't know, be a wimp. Mom is such an independent woman, it shocks me, because she can just like be amazing on TV but be so nervous and you wouldn't even think she would be nervous. It's like she's just like a natural. She's a good mom and she's a good friend. I love you and you're doing great.
Aww. Wow, what an incredible young woman.
Yeah.
What a remarkable young woman. She's so really sensible and grown up, you know.
I mean, we have a really good relationship and a good understanding of each other, because obviously I was married for 10 years, so Phoenix did see a lot, and that was my point also, because when you're in that kind of relationship, it affects everybody around you.
Sure.
You know, especially your kids, and your friends are isolated from you because that's part of the cycle of abuse also. So I think it's important that we shed light on things like this.
So do
because it is an epidemic. I mean, it really, really is, and it's not getting any better. It is in baby steps, but the more that we highlight it and the more that we talk about it and support each other, then, you know, hopefully it'll just crack down on these abuses.
And if it can happen to somebody like you, a very, very strong woman, You're very strong, but it got to the stage where you took an overdose and things
Yeah.
were absolutely rock bottom.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's the trouble. An awful lot of women think it's all my fault, I'm to blame,
Yeah, exactly.
and feel isolated
Yeah.
and all of these things.
I mean, there's all different things that you go through being in an abusive relationship. I mean, there's a statistic out there that every week 3 women take their own lives to flee that kind of relationship, and that's exactly what I did in 2014. Luckily, I was one of the lucky ones, and I did come through the other side, and I'm here.
And you got
I'm here
help.
today to tell
You
the
got
story.
help, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And it's important to, you know, get the therapy, be nice to yourself, because, I mean, I still wake up, and I woke up this morning with a lot of anxiety, and there's just a shock of, no, I'm not with that person anymore, I'm fine. And I'm building myself and healing myself, and I have a lot of EMDR therapy for my PTSD and my anxiety. So it's just a working, you know, it's a working journey that I'm going to be always working on.
Right, okay. ATR, what's that? What's that? It's...
EMDR therapy.
Ah, okay.
So you don't really have to talk too much,
Right.
but you describe a certain scenario, and they either tap you to get rid of that fear, or you watch a light and you talk about your experience, and you deal with it that way. So
But you know, if that
mentally
works
gets it
for
away.
you, if that works, excellent. I just think whatever
does.
gets you through, Mel.
Yeah.
You know, because everybody's different. No one size doesn't fit all. Everybody's totally different.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. But it's the thing of, we would not have been sitting here talking about this 20 years ago or even
I know.
10 years ago.
I know.
So things are, like you said, baby steps, but things are getting better.
Yeah.
And obviously, looking on much, much, much happier things, very soon you'll be back on stage with the girls.
I know you said 11 days.
11
I'm
days,
like,
how does that
oh
feel? Are
my
you
God.
okay?
Well, thank God, from here I'm going straight to rehearsals
Right,
with the
okay.
other girls.
Look
And the
at the
show's
girls.
looking really good.
Are
And
you
it's-
happy with it?
I'm just nice to be back on stage with my mates.
Well, that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're a performer.
Yeah,
You're
but
a performer.
I wouldn't have thought it would have actually happened in such a big way, but it has, and the
It's been
response has been
astonishing.
amazing.
Well, we had Emma on a couple of weeks ago, and Emma said, we didn't know, you know, when we decided to do this, what the reaction would be. And then, of course, you know, the tickets were sold out within a nanosecond.
I know, that's just crazy. I mean, our fans are so supportive. They really, really are. And we're going to be putting on the most incredible
It's a
show.
spectacle. From all I hear, it's going to be an absolute spectacle. And you and Jerry are fine after the hoo-ha.
Oh, yeah.
It's all right. Because Emma said that too. She said it was just the two of you just gave each other a hug and went, oh, for goodness
Yeah.
sake. And then it was
We're
okay.
mates.
I know.
We've been mates for nearly
There's been
20 years.
Yeah, there's been so much that all of you have gone through together.
I know.
You've all gone through so much together.
And now in 11 days, we're going to be on stage performing.
But are you happy with the way things are going? No, everything's
Oh
okay.
my God, yeah, we've got 20 amazing dancers, we've got a
Excellent.
great band, we've got an amazing stage, and between us 4, we didn't even realise it, we were just slotted straight back in with our harmonies, because obviously we were going to be singing live. I mean, I did forget a few words to some songs, but I'm fine now, I think. It's just good, it's got a
The
good
fans will be
feeling.
singing along, the fans will be singing along, they'll be fine.
If I
Now,
forget, I'll
look,
just go like that. And it couldn't have happened at a better time in my life, because I'm free, and I get to be Mel B Scary Spice again, back to my roots.
Exactly, what you're supposed to be. That's what we want to see. It's fantastic to see you looking so well.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for supporting our campaign. The more
it's
people
brilliant.
that talk about mental health disorders or any mental health problems or anything that they're going through, the better.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you, my love.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see you in concert. Dan Wootton is beside himself.
He's over there. Hi,
Oh
Dan.
my goodness, I'm
Beside
too
himself.
excited for this. 11 days, Lorraine, can you
Stop
believe
saying
it?
11 days, I'm getting so nervous.
He's got a calendar and he's crossing it off, honestly, he really
Yeah,
is.
I'm taking you, Lorraine. I'm taking
I'm
you.
there, I'm
Okay,
taking you.
you've got to be
Very
there.
good.